Hello, Trojans. On today's show, we'll let you know about upcoming college visits.
Also on the broadcast, we'll have a report over the first belonging day. This and more coming up on Trojan TV News.
Thanks for joining us today. I'm Nathan Elliott.
And I'm Dawson Mean. It's Thursday, September 28, 2023. Here are your top news and announcements.
Representatives from the following colleges will be at the school for students to visit with on Monday, October 2nd. The University of Missouri, Kansas City will be here at 8:30 a.m. The University of Missouri-Columbia will be here at 10 a.m. and William Woods University will stop by at 2 p.m. Students can sign up using the QR code located on the bulletin board outside the counseling center or by going to the document on Schoology.
Last week featured the school's first belonging day during homeroom. Trojan TV News reporter Bria Diven took the time to find out the plan behind the day and how the first one went.
Park Hill has around 1,600 students, but it can be a challenge to make everyone feel a part of the family.
Last year we took some feedback from staff and students, and one of the things that was really clear was that kids and teachers wanted a little bit more flexibility with what we could do during homeroom as far as like where kids could travel and what groups could meet. So we kind of came up with this idea as a whole staff and then workshopped it through the end of the spring and into the summer to where we would have days that are set aside and designated for everyone to travel, and that we could do programming that might include clubs, meetings for other groups, service projects, guest speakers, enrichment programs, anything that you could think of. And the idea was to allow kids to move about and find things that they might want to try, hopefully meet new people with similar interests, and just kind of shake things up a little bit and give kids some choice as far as what they could be doing during homeroom.
For 2 Fridays a month, Park Hill students will meet with new people, teachers, and groups to find peers who they can make new connections with.
Yeah, I think that they're pretty beneficial to meet new people. I got to meet a lot of my sister's friends from her other classes.
Mrs. Dante is a huge Swiftie and wanted to make her contribution to Belonging Day by making friendship bracelets like the ones traded at the Taylor Swift concert.
I am so excited that we have an opportunity to connect with students that we might not in our regular classroom. So I am hosting a Belonging Day in which we're making friendship bracelets, kind of riding on the back of the Taylor Swift friendship bracelets this summer that people were making going to concerts. So I've got a bunch of school spirit colored beads, and hopefully we can make a bunch and flood the hallways with school spirit.
Many teachers, like Mrs. Dante, care very much about the relationship she has with her students.
Yes, I love that we have this opportunity to connect to students that we might not have in our regular classes, to do something fun. I think it'll bring a little more school spirit and hopefully give every student a place in this school where they feel like they belong.
For Trojan TV News, I'm Bria Diven.
I wasn't quite sure I belonged until last Friday in Monster 101.
Yeah, I had volleyball. I wasn't sure at first, but after last Friday and seeing that video, I know now.
Thanks, Dawson and Nathan. Let's look at our weather.
Hopefully it's not that hot anymore.
Yeah, I hope it cools down too. I think Braden Taylor knows.
Thanks, Dawson and Nathan. Let's look at our weather. It's 69 and sunny with a high of 88 and a low of 66. Should be good for the golf game and the volleyball game tonight and the tennis match at Park Hill South. Let's take a look at the 7-day forecast. Tomorrow is going to be 93, sunny with a low of 70 for the Park Hill South. Saturday, 92, and Sunday, 90 for the 3-day weekend. And then it's going to get back into the 80s and some storms on Wednesday, and then back down in the 70s with partly cloudy with a low of 56. Back to the desk.
Thanks, Braden.
I wonder how we're going to do tomorrow against our home rivals.
I know we're going to do great tomorrow. Let's send it to Ella in the halls with more on that.
Thanks, guys. My name is Ella Legri with Trojan TV News, and today on Trojan Talk, we decided to ask everybody how they think we're going to be doing against our hometown rivals. How do you think we're going to do with the game against South on Friday?
Definitely holding them below 7 points. I'm thinking 35-3, 35-7 for sure.
Okay. How do you think we're going to do this week against Park Hill South?
I think we are going to do awesome. Let's go, Park Hill.
How do you think we're going to do on Friday against South?
Oh, against South? I think it'll be a good game. I think we're looking good, and hopefully this game will get us ready for that, and we'll beat them.
Thank you. How do you think we're going to do on the game on Friday?
They have no chance. 0 points allowed.
How do you guys think you're going to do this week against South?
70-0 Park Hill. We're going to blow it out. We're going to get our freshman team in there.
We're going to destroy them. They have no chance.
I think our defense is going to show up stout. I think our offense is going to be explosive. I see a 35-14 victory for Park Hill.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ella. I know we're going to do great in football, but let's see what's happening with the rest of our teams.
Isabel Nolker joins us with the latest sports results.
Thanks, Nathan and Dawson. The boys swim and dive team took another win as they dominated the championship at the Eubank Invitational in Raytown yesterday. The Trojans scored 413 points to the top 8 other teams. The girls' golf team had a good showing earlier this week in the Park Hill South Quad Meet. The Trojans tied with the Panthers at 178 on Tuesday afternoon to defeat Liberty and Liberty North. Coming up on the Trojan varsity sports calendar, the girls' golf team heads over to Blue Springs for the Wildcat Invite today. The girls' tennis team travels down I-29 to take on the Park Hill South Panthers at 4 p.m. The softball team travels northeast to take on Staley at 4:30, and the volleyball team heads over to Lee Summit for a match at 6 p.m. That's it for your Trojan Sports Update. I'm Isabel Nolker. Back to you, Nathan and Dawson.
Thanks, Isabel. Here are a couple meetings coming up. Women's Studies Club will meet today after school in room 331.
And the Anime Club will meet next week on Thursday, October 5th, after school in room 413.
That's all we have for today, Trojans. I'm Dawson Bean.
And I'm Nathan Elliott. Thanks for watching this week, and have a great 3-day weekend, Trojans.